Just want to make sure. Oh, it's a little close for my likings. Looks very different before the live to when you actually go live. So, hello. Let me know if, comment below and let me know who's coming in and where you're tuning in from. Type in and let me know if you're watching this live or if you're going to be catching the replay. And I also want I've been playing around with the lighting and I'm sitting in a different spot and the glare of my glasses, so I haven't perfected it yet, clearly. But let me know if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay. I'm working on this situation. So just let me know because I can't see if you're here. Oh, hello, Ashley from Chicago. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. I'm going to flip back and forth because I can't necessarily see the comments. So keep them coming and I will check back in. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so I want to start and I want to ask you a question. Do you feel like self-doubt is holding you back from growing your business in any kind of way, whether it's putting yourself out there or asking for the sale? Um, Today, I want to clear up a myth around confidence and show you how to feel more confident immediately, even when you have a lot of self-doubt. And before I get into that, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Carly Cooper, and I am a spiritual business and mindset coach, essential oil educator, author, and founder of the Awaken Your Abundant Mind system. And I help coaches and entrepreneurs overcome self doubt and have an unshakable belief in themselves so they can confidently attract their ideal clients, make more money, and grow a thriving business that feeds their soul. So I recently had a session with one of my clients, and she told me that she has a lot of self doubt that's holding her back from growing her business and doing all the things that she knows she needs to do. And she asked me how she can have the belief that she can succeed. And so basically, what we're really talking about here is how to have more confidence. And there's a myth that I want to clear up right now around confidence. So, we've been led to believe that we will feel more confident after we experience successful results, right? We'll feel more confident to get to 10K a month only after we've consistently done 5K or 8K, right? Or maybe we'll feel more confident in our ability to help our clients or our customers reach a level of transformation only after we've worked with a lot of clients and received positive testimonials. So raise your hand or comment or love, hit the love button, and let me know if you've been feeling like this, that you need to have confidence first before, you know, before doing the things or having the things. And I'm going to just check and see if anybody else has popped in. Hello, hello, hello. There might be a delay if you have any questions or comments. There might be a delay, so I'll keep checking back. And if I don't get to you right away, I'll come back and watch. So, but let me know. And if you have been feeling this way, there's no shame in admitting it because it's been ingrained in us, right? We were taught at a very young age to believe that confidence comes after you get the good grade or the award, right? That you need outside validation and proof. And once you have that, and the more that you get, the more confident you will feel, right? And that's what a lot of social media does too. It's like we feel like if we have more likes or more shares or more engagement, then we have more confidence. And I get that, but it's a false sense of security and confidence because you could still be just as amazing, but if it's an algorithm thing or something that's out of your control and people aren't actually seeing your things, you could create a story around that and think it's that you're not good enough or your stuff isn't good enough. So it's really if you're measuring confidence in that way, it's a real false sense of security. So I want to ask you this. What happens when you're faced with something new or there's something that's out of your control, like, people not seeing your stuff? Um, what happens then, right? What happens when you've never tried something or had an experience before? right? And that happens all the time as entrepreneurs or when we're growing or moving forward. We're always going to be faced with uncertainty or discomfort because we're stepping out of our comfort zone, and that's when resistance shows up and fear creeps in and doubt starts to plague us. And we create stories around why we can't or we shouldn't or we're not able to, right? So does that mean that you'll never feel confident? It's kind of like a chicken or the egg situation, right? What comes first, confidence or doing the thing that you've never done to gain confidence? Love to know what you think. So definitely let me know, comment below. What do you think comes first, confidence or doing the things to give you confidence? So when we think that we have to have confidence first, or we'll only get confidence after we experience success, it can be a very disempowering mindset. Because what it does is it leaves you feeling as if you have no control over your life and your business, and then you become a victim to your circumstances. So that puts you in a constant state of reaction. You're constantly reacting to whatever life throws at you rather than being in a place of feeling like you can create it, right? So I believe that we have a hand. We don't necessarily have complete control on our timeline, but we have a hand in creating the kind of life that we want. But if we're constantly in reaction mode, then we're just responding to whatever life throws at us, and it can make us feel like we're victims. So let me know if you're just popping in. Let me know that you're here because I can't see if you're here unless you comment or let me know. Hi, Paula. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Okay. So show me love if this is resonating with you so far. Let me know. Click the love button, comment below, and let me know if this is striking a chord with you so far. I'd like to know if it's landing. And if you have any questions, feel free to write them in. There might be a tiny delay, so if I don't get them in the live, because I just kind of like to stay in the flow, I'll check at the end, or I will come back to it at the end. And once this is done. Okay, let's keep going. So I want to flip the switch on this, right? I want to show you how you can take your power back regardless of your current circumstances. So here's how you can create more confidence before experiencing a successful result, whatever that looks like for you. So you can gain confidence by doing little things consistently. So this looks like you showing up and doing what you say you're going to do. Because what that does is that builds trust and belief in yourself. If you can commit to doing the little things, even when you don't always feel like it, you build confidence in yourself. And when you have more confidence in yourself, it then becomes easier because you've created a habit and a trust in yourself that when you're faced with the harder things, the things that feel uncomfortable, that really take you out of your comfort zone and stretch you beyond what feels good and easy for you, you've already built that trust in yourself and that belief in yourself. And you believe that you can do it because you've proven to yourself that you can do hard things or you can show up and be consistent. So really make a commitment to yourself. Hold yourself accountable and take personal responsibility for your actions and inactions. Act with integrity. So do the things that you know you have to do even when nobody is looking or when you're not necessarily going to get the praise or validation or acknowledgement from it. Just do it for you because it's important to you. And you know that it's moving you closer to your goals and it's moving you closer to what you want to accomplish, regardless of what other people think. You're doing it to prove that you can and to show yourself what you're made of and what you're capable of. And another way to build confidence is really become the kind of person who you like and respect, right? So many times we're like, oh, I want to be like this person and I want to be like this person. But at the end of the day, We don't necessarily embody the characteristics or the traits of the people that we admire. So, what are the characteristics or traits of people you admire? And then start operating from that space. You could take on an alter ego. So you could be like, okay, I'm CEO Carly right now. Or, you know, like Beyonce, she becomes Sasha Fierce when she performs. So she's different. She shows up with this confidence and this like, you've seen her before perform. She's like a badass babe. But she's not necessarily, I don't think, because, we haven't been in touch lately, that she walks around living her life, strutting down the sidewalk. So she takes on an alter ego. So think about the people who you admire. They don't have to be celebrities. In many cases, I hope they're not. But that's a topic for another day. Just, whoever it is, whoever you follow, a mentor, it could be your mother, it could be your grandmother, whoever it is, write down what you admire about them. What are the characteristics and the traits? How do they present themselves? What energy do they have? And then act as if you're already that person. So you're making decisions and you're creating and you're showing up from that empowered energy. So here's a really interesting thing. The people that you're watching and wanting to be like or who you admire are actually a mirror to what's possible for you. Right? You're drawn to them because there's something about them in you that wants to emerge. Right? And it's not about copying them or trying to be exactly like them. It's about being your own version in your own authentic and unique way. So pay attention to what draws you in. All the women and the coaches and the entrepreneurs and the mentors and the women that I follow are very strong. They're confident. They don't care about what other people think. They own who they are unapologetically. They show up and they're imperfect. This is how I strive to be and what I'm working on. And I've gotten much better, but there are still some days where, we all get caught up in our stuff. So, but I'm very drawn to that. And there's part of me that's within me, right? Like you have it within you to be the leader or the kind of person who you admire. Does that make sense? So, comment below. What are some traits or characteristics of people that you admire? Is it confidence? Is it a boldness about them? Is it just being unapologetic? I'd love to hear what you think. Okay, I just want to check on some comments. So Paula says, I've not been doing well with commitment to do anything. I get so anxious. Yeah, I know. These are tough times, right? And so we also have to be, it's a fine line because we want to be gentle and nurturing with ourselves and really just understand where we're at. However, we don't want that to be the excuse or the reason why we stop ourselves. Now, it depends, right? There's going to be times and moments where bigger things are happening and we have to take the time to feel and heal our way through that, right? And not just pretend like we're okay when we're not. But we want to make sure that we don't get caught up in, using that as a reason why we don't show up. So you have to know that for you, because I get it. I mean, it's hard times, right? But there's a lot of people who are thriving in these hard times, and that's not to make you feel bad or to compare yourself. Just don't use it as an excuse of why you can't, because you can, right? So I hope that helps. So Paula, you said, I love that for me. What are you referring to? I'd love to know what you're referring to. What landed for you? What are you referring to there? Okay, so I'm going to keep going. So another way to build confidence now is to trust your word and follow through. Self-sabotage is a form of not following through, right? And it takes away your trust and your confidence in yourself. So when you say you're going to do something and then you don't, and that compounds over time, you don't trust yourself enough that when push comes to shove, you can do it, right? We can come down on other people for not doing what they say they're going to do, but you have to turn the mirror back onto you. And are you doing that for yourself? So a good question to ask is, where am I letting myself down right now? Or where am I letting myself off the hook because it feels hard and uncomfortable? And again, it's all relative to your situation, but we have to be able to get honest and real with ourselves, because that's when true transformation happens. We have to be willing to go there, ask hard questions, do hard things, face our stuff, because that's when the shift happens. So I see this a ton of times in my own business, right? I'll start with some clients and they begin working with me and they're really eager and excited when they start my program, my Awaken Your Abundant Mind System. They show up, they're engaged, they ask questions, they come to the group coaching calls in the beginning, they do the work. And then, this isn't all, but some, after a while, when things get harder or life is happening or they're asked to face something that feels really uncomfortable or they're asked to be honest, to get honest, some tend to drop off, right? They stop doing the work, they stop showing up, they go AWOL. And unfortunately, this is very common and very typical. And I've done it myself times. Absolutely, I've done it myself. But I don't do it anymore. Because you're doing yourself a full disservice, a real disservice. And most people who start don't finish. Just look at New Year's resolutions, right? But then they wonder why they don't change, or they don't get the transformation or the results that they want, or their business stays stuck, or it's not growing, or they don't feel confident in themselves, and the money isn't coming in, they're not getting the clients, all of that stuff. And what I've seen is they blame outside circumstances or their situation or the coach or the program or anything for reasons why they're stuck. They may claim that it didn't work for them, right? So when really they were the ones who gave up on themselves and they stopped showing up. So start with something small that you can commit to every day to help build your confidence and trust in yourself, right? Start with something that you feel you can do, right? So it's not that big of a stretch, but it means being consistent and committing. And so maybe that's journaling, or maybe that's writing out 5 things you're grateful for every day, or drinking more water. Or if it's in your business, it could be creating a small daily habit that you can commit to that's going to move your business forward. So maybe it's following up with a new prospect or reaching out to 1 new prospect a day, or putting out a post on social media every day to connect with your community and give the value. Or maybe you're committing to doing a Facebook Live video once a week. Have you noticed that that's something that I've committed to? I've started these 2 weeks ago. I decided I'm going to just show up and do it. And every Thursday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm showing up. So you want to declare it, schedule it, and do it. And if you need somebody to hold you accountable, because it can be hard to do this for yourself, then find somebody who is supportive of you, who believes in you, who is non-judgmental, non-critical. And if you can't find that person, then use this group. Use us to hold you accountable. But you've got to reach out. You've got to post and engage in this group and say, hey, this is what I'm starting. I would love your support. We'll be here for you. Because it can feel uncomfortable when you're starting something new or you're getting out of your comfort zone. And that's guaranteed when resistance and fear are going to kick in. And that's when you're going to want to say, screw it, your self-sabotage, the excuses come. I mean, this is what I talk about in my program. This is what I help you work through in my Awaken Your Abundant Mind system. So if you're feeling that, I mean, everybody is, right? So I invite you to declare your 1 action below. Comment. Let us know, what do you want to build more confidence around? Or what can you do today and moving forward that allows you to build confidence and trust in yourself? Declare it, put it out there, right? So, if you have any questions or comments, please let us know, let me know. If you're watching the replay and have a question or comment, tag me so I can see it and then I'll come back in here and answer. Um, I hope that this helped you to shift your beliefs around confidence and why it's so important for you to build trust in yourself. That's how you outsmart your self doubt. So I just want to check back in and see if there are any. Okay, so Paula says, I love who I was. I know I can get back there because people who feel like I do came to me and didn't know how strong I was. That's amazing. And reinventing, that's what I want and need. Okay, well, that is super possible. You really, it starts with deciding. It just starts to saying, you know what? This isn't about perfection. It doesn't mean that you're going to get it right every single day. There might be days where it's, you know, 3 steps forward, 5 steps back, but that's part of it. That's all part of it. So giving yourself the grace to take imperfect action, right? Just to show up. That's how you build confidence. So thank you for sharing that, Paula. And if you would like any support from me, feel free to reach out and we can chat about that. Okay, so I would love to hear from you. Comment below what was your biggest takeaway from today. And again, if you're watching the replay, let us know what your biggest takeaway was. If you had a perspective shift, if you heard something that you hadn't quite heard before, if there was a reminder that you needed to hear today, I would love to know because I'm doing this for you. I want you to get the shifts that you're looking for, that transformation. So if you liked this video, please love it and share it, and make sure you tune in every Thursday right here in the Create an Abundant Mindset to Grow Your Business Facebook group at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if there is a topic you want to learn more about or you want me to cover, please reach out and let me know. And you can private message me or type in the comments and tag me. And if you know of any other coaches or entrepreneurs or anyone who wants to grow their business in a way that feels really aligned and good to them, please invite them to join the group. The more the merrier, right? I want to really build an amazing supportive community where we can just raise each other up and celebrate each other as we grow and evolve and transform and make mistakes. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching live. For those who are going to be watching the replay, thank you. And I look forward to talking shift with you again next week. Bye for now.